And I want to introduce to some, present to others, Mr. Jeff J.
All right, my name's Jeff. I am an alcoholic and a drug addict. Oh yeah, this is what one looks like, you know? All right. You know, it's a crazy thing. I came up in a good home and a good family, but by the time I was in my early 20s, I was out sleeping under bushes in the city parks. I was homeless, I was penniless, I was throwing up blood, I was bleeding from my colon, I couldn't walk anymore. But I still didn't think that I had an alcohol or drug problem. You know, I just thought I had a little cash flow problem, you know? It's a crazy thing with this disease. I started out, you know, I was president of my high school student association. I got all these good grades. I look good on the outside, you know? I look good on the outside. Nobody could see what was going on the inside. This is a disease that takes you down faster than you know what to do with, okay? It's not like I rose my hand one day. It's not like I was sitting in the room going, hey, yeah, that's me. I want to be a drug addict when I grow up. You know what I mean? Nobody does that. Nobody wakes up one morning and says, hey, yeah, that's me. I want to be an alcoholic. No. You slip slide into it and you don't know what's going on. You know? I had offers from colleges and universities all over the United States. When I got there, I got in deeper, I got in deeper, I got in deeper. Pretty soon I couldn't even go to class anymore. Okay? I dropped out. I just spent the next few years just hitchhiking around the United States, going to California, Rhode Island, Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, all over the place. Always broke, always sick. Always sick and always broke. And there was no solution for me. There was no way out. The thing is, and this is the thing that's kind of crazy, because there are people around these days who say that, you know, the newly recovering alcoholic is the one who should be designing the treatment plan. I'll tell you what, I couldn't find my butt with both hands in those days. If you'd put me in charge of my treatment plan, what the heck would have happened? I mean, what happens with the people like us if you're just going to put us in charge? I need some help. I need some detox. I need some counseling. I need some housing. I need some help. I need a hand up. I don't need a handout. I need a hand up. I'm on the ground. All right? And I'm sick. I need some medical help. I need somebody to tell me what to do. I remember, you know, it was an intervention that finally got me into the hospital. And I remember being in the hospital. It was in Flint, Michigan. Okay, in Hurley Hospital. And Dr. William Keating came in to talk to me. Anybody remember Bill Keating? All right, he was around a long time ago. He'd been doing alcohol and drug treatment for about 30 years. I want you to picture this. I'm this skinny young punk white kid sitting on the bed just shaking and having a terrible time, sick as a dog. This man walks in. He's a great, big, powerful black man. It's like God himself coming in with a white coat and a stethoscope and a clipboard. And he pulls up a chair and he gets right up in my face like this and he goes, boy. And I'm like, jeez. He's like, boy, you got a disease. He said, you're not responsible for what you've done. I said, great. He said, but you're responsible for what you do now. I said, shoot. Well, that's not exactly what I said, but you know. He said, he went on, Dr. William Keating went on, he said, your disease is incurable. The most we're going to be able to do is put it in remission. We're going to give you a program to follow, 12 steps. You follow that program, the disease will stay in remission. You stop following that program and the disease is going to kick you in the ass again. And he stood up and he walked out. Man, I didn't know what this cat was talking about, you know what I mean? I didn't know anything about alcoholism. I didn't know anything about drug addiction. All I knew about was sleeping under bushes in the city parks, bleeding from both ends and not able to walk. Okay? But that was the truest little nugget I ever heard. Because if you're going to get out, it's going to be one day at a time. Okay? You're going to take responsibility for what you do. Okay? You're going to start to rebuild that life step by step by step. I couldn't do it on my own. I had to go through detox. I had to be in that hospital for 10 days before I could even be transferred to a regular treatment center. And then I was in the treatment center for a while, and then I'm into the program and into my recovery. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make it. Okay? But then I figured something out, and it's something really important I want to share with you. Because there's one thing they kept telling me, Jeff, it's just a day at a time, it's a day at a time, it's a day at a time. I said, man, but I want to drink, I want a drug. How am I going to last a day at a time? And I finally figured something out. You know what? I was already a pro at one day at a time. Because when you're drinking and you're drugging, that's all you live in, one day at a time, right? You know what I mean? I'm not thinking about how I'm going to get high next week, am I? No! I'm thinking about what's going on today. And I remember being broken on the street and figuring out somebody who's going to cash a check for me, and man, I'd walk 7 miles to give him that bad check, right? You know what I mean? I'd do whatever it took to do what I needed to do. And that's the way it's got to be with your recovery. You got to do whatever you got to do. If you got to walk 7 miles to get to that meeting, man, you walk 7 miles. I mean, well, you tell me now, you just tell me, was there ever a day out there where you said, oh man, I can't get high today, it's too cold and snowy? Huh? No! When it's cold and snowy, you gotta walk 7 miles to a meeting. You walk 7 miles! Alright? We do whatever it takes. And all of a sudden I was out of treatment, man, and I had a week. And then I had 2 weeks. Man, I couldn't believe it. I got 30 days. 30 days. First time since I was 13 years old. I had 30 days. Then I had 90 days. I mean, it's only one day. It's only one day that keeps happening again and again and again. And I'm not doing much, you know what I mean? But I got time to go to that meeting. Okay? I got a time to try to work that step. And I need a counselor who's going to call me on my stuff. I hear some craziness right now that, you know, recovery can be anything you want. Well, it's not anything you want. You know, it's not anything you want. You know, when you go in and you got cancer or something like that, they don't say you're in recovery when most of the cancer's gone or some of the cancer's gone, right? I want all the cancer gone. I want all the booze and I want all the drugs gone so I can get back to being me again. All right? It's all fine and everything to have a recovery bill of rights, but how about those people that we hurt? How about our family? How about our friends? We lied, we cheated, we stole. Sometimes we talk about not having the self-esteem, but I'll tell you what, you're not going to have self-esteem again until you do something that you can feel good about. I got a suggestion, help with the dishes. Take out the trash. Rake the leaves. Start doing that human kind of stuff that you need to do to be a man or a woman in this world. Alright? That don't take no government funding. Okay? That's me getting up off the couch because you know what the biggest danger was in my recovery? It's sitting on that couch with that clicker. You know what I mean? And I'm too tired to go to the meeting. I'm too tired to call my sponsor. Man, I'll tell you what, that clicker never kept me from a drink or a drug, did it? No, and it can't keep you from your recovery. You know, this is a gift. Every single person hearing my voice today who's a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, all of us know we should have been dead. Okay? We know lots and lots of people who are dead. I know plenty of guys that I ran with that are dead, and I'll tell you what, I was worse than them. So what am I doing here? This is a gift. This is a sacred gift. I got my life back. Okay? I got my life back because my friends and my family did enough to pull me out of the hole and get me to where the help was. You know, because I went to the meetings, because I worked a program, because I did what I was supposed to do, but it's still a gift. And I got something to tell you. When you get a gift, you got to give a gift. All right? When you get a gift, you got to give a gift. God has given you your life back. What are you going to do? How are you going to make a difference? I'm telling you what, this is the way you do it. You show up at the meeting, you help put the chairs away, you make the coffee, you do all the little things that you got to do to be part of this recovering community. Look at this beautiful community out here. Look at this community. You are the winners. And I'm telling you, we can do things that no other program can help us do if we just stick together. Okay? Stick together and make it a day at a time. You're already a pro at one day at a time. You take that same determination, that same power, and apply it to your program of recovery, and I tell you, you will make it.
Yes.
I'll tell you the strangest thing. On October 4th, if I don't die, I'm going to be celebrating 30 years clean and sober. I can't tell you the journey that goes from being sleeping under bushes in the city parks to being 30 years clean. I've written books, I've been on TV, I've done all these programs, but there's nothing more important than the next meeting I'm going to keep that recovery going. You never take it for granted. This is a gift, a sacred gift, a gift that's been given to you and a gift that's been given to me. Take the gift. It's free. Take the gift. It worked for me, and I know it can work for you. God bless you.
Come on, let's give it up for Jeff J.